Hello everyone, Leeway Model here. A couple of weeks ago I made a video about starting an N scale in what I thought was one of the cheapest way of doing it as of 2023, and I did an unboxing and a little running session on this here, the Gauge Master Collection N scale model railway set BR Industrial Freight. Now this came with the M1 starter kit from Kato, a full track pack with the power supply. We found out that the box was much smaller than the regular one that comes in North America. It has everything in it that you would find with any other M1 starter kit, and also the locomotive, although not prototypical, was running well. Well, in terms of size, I have something even better. I found this. Much smaller box still. Now this looks like a much larger train also. It's made by a different company called Tomix from Japan, obviously, as you see this here. Part number is 90188. It's basic set SD series 313. Now this is supposed to come with a train, power pack, and rail with the track layout A, which I think is the regular oval. Has a bunch of information that I can't describe to you because it's written in Japanese. So let me get rid of the other box and we'll start opening this one. Okay, so already what do we have in here? Seems like we've got some form of electric multiple unit, or EMU, of the 313 series. So this is all that comes in. So it looks like a regular oval, a re-railer, power supply different from the one I'm used to with Kato. We might even be able to compare the two. And a plug that I should be able to use because Japan used the same plug as Canada. Yeah, a re-railer and connecting wires. So these are other examples you can do depending on which set you get. And here's a couple of other things you can purchase to improve the set. Now let's open this up. Okay. So first thing I can see already, the box looks to be much flimsier than the one that you would find in the M1 set. So my initial thought here is that this is probably made to be set up and not necessarily repackaged between each time. So let's start. Well, actually, let's finish with the train. What kind of documents we got in there? Well, something tell me that this is going to be very quick because it doesn't look like there's anything at all written in English, but I may be wrong. Okay, here's a warning. Okay, well, can't do anything with this. Here's another warning saying, I guess you should plug it and not plug it on a point. Here's a promotion of some sort, which I guess it's some form of member club. Can't tell for sure, but I mean, there's a QR code if you want to try and scan it. Okay, the manual. Let's start in black and white first. Okay, so well, it looks like some form of catalog. Oh, some controllers here. This is the one that seems to come with it. Oh, this one looks interesting, and that one also. Very special. Okay, so I guess this is Probably the manual for the train. Basic manual for how to set everything up, but everything is Japanese. There's not much use for that for me. But if you understand Japanese, that's good for you. Oh, they've got signals. Interesting. So this seems to be quite a generic manual. Yep. Oh, color stuff. So my guess is startup guide. Are we gonna have anything in English in this? Well, of course, it opens the other way around because Japan works like that. Again, everything in Japanese. Okay, this is just cardboard. Oh, let's start with, well actually, let's start with this because we already can see what it is. Power controller. Well, it seems to be very, very well made. That's actual metal right here, it's not plastic. It's cold to the touch. Has a decent weight. I like this. Very, very solid click. Interesting that they have a power switch directly on it. And it's a good one. This... it seems decent. I like this. Not as much as the Kato for the throttle here, but I mean, this seems to be, you know, in terms of build quality, a decently well-made controller. It's good for 1 amp. Very similar to the Kato in terms of capacity. Now, what type of output we got on this? We got 12 volt in. Okay, I guess we're gonna find the power supply somewhere else. I guess this explains how to wire things up if you want this switch to toggle in the direction you want. What else we have here? TCS. I guess this would be for track accessories, because if this is DC here and has those arrows there, this is probably for the track, this is for the track accessories. We'll take a look at it when we set the whole thing up a bit later. But you know, so far looks pretty decent. Let's put this aside. What else we have in there? This box is very light, so my guess is probably the power adapter. And I was right. Okay. Very small, very, very small. Just for comparison, I'll go grab the Kato one for a sec. Yeah, that was the Kato one, so it's as big as a cell phone charger. So what do we see here? Good for, oh, okay. Well, it's good for 1 amp. So I guess this is exclusive to this power controller. Okay, let's put this aside. Next is this here. What's this? Track. Oh, track. Oh, well, this track is not the same as the one that came in Kato, obviously. We're gonna compare these in a bit. What about this? Oh, more track. Oh, and accessories also. So let's see, what are these tracks like? So we got couple of long straight. This one I don't know if you can see here. Let me just try and see. Yeah, this is actually two pieces, one with the rerailer slash road crossing, I guess, and a small piece, and the other ones are long. They seem to be the long ones. Yeah. This thing here seems to attach them together. Yeah. Just gonna leave this there for now, then we'll check later. Okay, what else we have in there? This mystery plastic piece. I guess this is probably for the road crossing. So in that case, I think there's just one oval in there. I don't know why they have two like. What else we have? Okay, a rerailer. Slightly different from the one that came with Kato, more elevated. Looks to be decently well made. And the power here seems to be shorter than the one that came in the Kato. And this here, we'll see how that connects later. And the last box here is, well, that looks to be completely empty. And yep, nothing at all is in there. This is just empty cardboard. So let's close this. And everything else is just cardboard. Actually, we're gonna take this because we're gonna test it later. Now I'm pretty sure you have a question. What does the train look like? Here it is. So let's see how this opens up. Okay. Well, I gotta say, just by initial look of it, this starter looks to be very detailed for a starter. And I haven't unwrapped it completely. These cars are light, but then N scale everything is light, so it doesn't mean anything. So let's take a look at this. Japanese marking right here in the destination board. Interesting couplers. Well, what do you know? Do these connect? Metal wheel, good. And these look like pickups. So is there lights in there? On, off. I guess there is. There's even a switch on, off right here. We'll test it later. So pickups here. Also metal wheel, good. This swings reasonably well. Now this is regular N-scale coupling, so I don't know if this one works. My guess is not. Anyway. So yep, this one is very light, so I don't think this is a power car. It does have a little pantograph. Pantographs made out of plastic. Okay, let's see how much this one weighs. Can you see anything at all? Oh, good luck. Oh, I think you can see. There you go. 33 grams. Yeah, that for such a large car, I think this is pretty light. But then again, this is N scale. Not HO or 00 or G scale. So what else we have in there? Oh, okay, well, the next one feels much more substantial when I picked it up. This one here. So I guess this is the motorized one. And yep, I'm looking at this here, and that looks like it. We only see the very top of all the seats. The rest of the floor is actually all the way up to the windows. So, I mean, you can still see it if you look like this versus this one, where you actually have the seats. But, you know, overall, I don't think it's that bad. Again, we have pickups. Obviously, this is powered. We have a regular international coupling here. A weight. You know, beside the interior, which, you know, just looks pretty average to me because of that very high floor. I mean, this looks decent. And it's in the middle of the train, so maybe we're not really gonna notice it. It also has a working pantograph. Yeah, made out of plastic. Let's weigh it. $74 grams. Not bad. Now, if I had to guess, the last one here, probably gonna be also unpowered. Very similar to the first one we looked at, except this one does not have any pantograph. It's also very light. Let's see, does it have a power pickup? Yes, it does, and with a power switch. Tomix Japan. $31 grams. Yes, it's about the same as this one here. 32 grams. So I guess the pantograph weighs 1 gram. This one does not have any. Okay, oh, we do have a detail bag. I didn't see it before. So this is a bag. Now, you can't seem to see much. Let's see. So there we can have this. Well, they look like antennas or isolator of some sort. I guess this was explained in the documentation we saw, but sorry, don't speak Japanese, so don't know what it was meant for. Okay, let's get rid of the packaging. Okay, let's do some track comparison between the Kato track and the one that came with this one. I noticed that they look similar, but I have a feeling that they're probably not compatible. So let me go grab a Kato track and I'll be right back. Okay, I'll start by using a straight. So this is really nice. I like the way this is made. This keeps all of the track together. So let's just remove this here. Take one stretch of track. I'm gonna take the train aside for a sec. Okay, so well, just by looking at them, you can clearly see that these are not going to be compatible. They're not the same length. They are not the same color. This one looks like it has wooden tiles, and this one looks like they are concrete tiles. Also, the width is not the same, and if I try to connect them together, I don't think this will work. Yeah, and they also put the fish plate on a different side. And it's not about just flipping it because, I mean, it's going to be the same. Okay, so these, they don't work together. I guess you're going to need some form of adapters. I'm pretty sure somebody somewhere made one. Now, the Kato track, they seem to be taller than the Tomix track. Also, the Tomix track, they are thinner. Let's just take a look at the gauge. With the magic of precise technologies, we'll be able to figure this out. Okay, let's turn this on. Hope that the battery lasts long enough because I haven't used this in a while. So what's the gauge of this? .2 millimeter. Okay, let's try the Tomix track. .04 millimeter. So yeah, there's slightly a different gauge. Let me measure it again just to make sure I didn't screw it up the first time. Yep, they are slightly different. So it'll be interesting to see if that train can run on the regular Unitracks, and if my Kato train can run on the Tomix track. Also, if you just want to know the other dimension, let's just take a look at the width of it. So 22.72 actually. It's 24.73 millimeter wide by 6.97 thick. Tomix one. .22 by 6.12. So yeah, the Tomix track are smaller all around. Other difference I saw between the two tracks, if I grab the Kato again. Now you might remember I did a demonstration of this in another video. These things, you can change them of place. These things here, those little peg, well, they are molded, so you're stuck with this. So let's see. If you were to use the two together, well, I'm not even sure it would work because they're not exactly the same gauge, first. And secondly, you could probably modify this or use a fish plate or something and connect the two together if they're close enough. Or maybe you're going to need an adapter between the two. Anyway, so let's build the oval of the Tomix track. And just for the fun of it, we're going to compare it with the M1 set, and I'll open up the CV1, the compact oval track from Kato also, just to compare all three. I'll be back in a sec. So I've assembled the M1 oval from Kato Unitracks, and I just thought, what a better place to test two Japanese trains than what about a full Japanese room? This is as authentic as it can be, guys. So that's the regular Kato Unitrack M1 set that everybody probably now used to. I've put all the fine tracks that they seems to be called from Tomix right here, and we'll see how does it compare to this and how easy it is to assemble. So first step, I'm just going to try to take two pieces and put them together. So that went reasonably well. Connection seems to be sturdy. I'm pulling them apart right now and they don't seem to move. Let me just, okay, yeah. It requires a bit of force to pull them apart. So this is gonna be good. One thing I noticed, if you look right here, you've got 3 little holes. These, well, this seems to connect like this. I'm sorry, this is very ugly. The Kato Unitracks have a much cleaner way of doing it, but I guess I mean, it does not, like, on the plus side, you do not need to have any type of special track for power. You can just put power wherever you need, and if you look on this curve here, you can even put power on it, power here, and every single track that I saw of a certain length has these 3 holes. Now, come on. Okay. Now on the smaller one, like these two, they are, yeah, like I was thinking, these are different ones. You seem to still be able to do it. I do not have any point on me right now, so I cannot confirm about the points. So let's build the oval. Okay. This section here. So the oval seems to be slightly smaller than the M1 pack. It's not a bad thing. The M1 is actually pretty large, but it's nice that they don't go exactly on top of each other, so we can actually compare the two like this. Now, if I look at how easy it was to put together, I gotta say this is a downgrade from the Unitrack. I'm sorry to say it, but this is not as easy to assemble. So my original thought about this being mainly for you know, to put together and leave together is probably accurate. This is not well, it's not meant to be. Sorry guys, I'm really struggling with the camera here. So it's really not meant to be something that you assemble and disassemble like you would do with the Unitrack. Now, just for fun, I'll compare this with the CV1. Like I said, it's already assembled. Let me just go grab it. Yeah, still very small. So, let's see if we can put the train on the track. Actually, before that, we need to put some power on it. let's do that. That's for later. The finish on this is very good. I mean, I said that I did not like this knob as much as I did on the Kato one, because I mean, the Kato one is really, really nice to use, but it under no circumstance does it mean that it feels, cheap and nasty. It has a nice click stop once you reach the stop, and once you reach the max, it feels quality still. And that power switch here, I mean, it makes a really nice click. So it seems like my original thought about the size of this was not as cut in stone as I thought it was, because it seems to be about the length of the Kato power wire. Now, this is really finicky though. How does this go? Okay, there's a little slot. I don't know if you can see it right here. This goes right on this side here. Oh, interesting. Seems like you can put some add-ons on this side, not on that side. So yeah, again, what I was saying about the size here. It's about slightly shorter than the Kato one, but not by much. Okay, so let's put it in the middle here. All your connection under the tracks. Get it to carpet is perfect. And this here, I'll slide it. I guess I can put it anywhere. Right here should be fine. Just pass this under the carpet here. Obviously. Okay. Now let's see, can I put the train on the track? Okay. Will this work? Well, first, let me just show you a little thing here. When I press the on button, this is where we're gonna have that light. If I put this here, set the direction. Now watch this going in the opposite direction because look. Yeah, you would figure, huh? Well, that doesn't seem half bad. Oh, it does have lights. It does have lights. Interesting. Does not seem to have internal lights though. It does have directional light. That's cool. For a cheap starter set, that is very, very cool. Let me see if I can try and give you a better view. If I turn this camera, there we go. See all the red lights? That is very cool. Let's bring it to 50% speed. Does run really, really, really well. Now, I'm pretty sure you want to know, will this run on Kato track? Let's try this. I will be obviously using the Kato power supply for this. Okay, let's put it forward, which means it's probably gonna be the wrong way, but that's something else. Yeah, exactly. Let's go reverse then. lights turn on. So let's it is noisier. It does make a very humming, like a very type of noise. I don't know if you can hear it. Okay, let me increase it to 50% like the other one. Oops. My bad. So it does work. I have to say the overall performance of the device, well, the train worked better with the Kato, correction, with the Tomix power pack than the Kato one. I just feel like at slow speed, I mean, it still runs good, but it makes a bit of an unhealthy noise. Like, I kind of am not a fan of this. So, is it the way that the electricity is being sent to the tracks? Maybe. I just think that this is interesting. It's not that it runs bad or anything, it just runs differently, makes different noise. Now here's another thing that I'm pretty sure that you might have been interested in. Can you run Kato train on Tomix track? Let's try it. Let me just get this one out of the way for now. Okay, I'm gonna go get well, let's go get the train in the box I showed at the beginning of the video. I'm pretty sure this is not gonna work, but let's try it. Yeah, just in case you were interested, the re-railer is not exactly the same gauge, so actually it doesn't matter, it still works. Okay, let's put it on the Tomix track. Obviously. That's very, very nice. Well, I guess there's just one more test I would like to do, and I'm pretty sure that I'm not the only one who's been asking myself this question since we've started to have these running. Does the 313 series EMU from Tomix works on these CV1 compact oval sets from Kato? Well, let's try it out. Don't put your hopes up too much, but I think it's gonna be at least a funny experiment in the worst case. gonna need to clear some of the stuff there to reorganize the layout to enable it to the test to be performed. But yeah, let's do that. Here goes nothing. Okay, this is pretty cool. This is really cool. I was not expecting this at all. It actually works. It looks ridiculous, mind you, but it does work. And I think that on that bombshell, it's time for me to give an overall assessment of what I think about this. Well, not necessarily the CV1 having the 313 on it, but really, what do I think about this whole set? I mean, seriously, just look at this. Just look at this train right here. Okay, look at it. It's a starter train. It's, you know, it's supposed to be basic. It's supposed to be, you know, almost toy grade at the price that it was. And you know what? It's decent. It's very decent. It has directional lights. It has pretty good details on the boat cab car. The interior details in the motorized car is not that great, but the outside looks fine. And let's face it, people are more gonna look at the outside of the front and the rear cars. I mean, seriously, the number boards are lit. The LEDs are in the good direction. It has 3 large cars. It comes with a full oval that's a pretty decent size. The power supply seems to be very high quality, on par, if not, I think, slightly better than the Kato one. So, I mean, there's a lot to like about this set. Now, for the negative, again, this is the first time I opened the set, and I opened it with you. There are quite a few things also that I'd like to point out. First of all, well, those tracks are not compatible with Kato, and if you're not in Japan, you're going to need to order those tracks each time and pay the shipping cost. Other than that, the power, let's face it, the power connection that's, you know, right, I'm going to try to zoom on it. Right here, that power connection is not looking good. It's chunky. It does not look like anything that should belong there. I mean, here we're on a Japanese carpet, so I mean, nothing looks like it should belong here. But if you are on a layout, I mean, this is not great. You would probably want to solder the wire there. The connection in the back of the power supply also, like these connections here, well, this one is a lot finickier. Come on, zoom camera. I mean, focus. There we go. This connection is very finicky. It's very difficult to connect compared to the Kato one. Also, the other thing I'd like to point out is that this set is not designed, I think, to be put back in the box like the Kato ones are. The connections on the tracks, they're fine. Don't take me wrong, but I think that if you assemble them and disassemble them, you're gonna end up breaking them. They're not as sturdy as the other one. The track looks better though. Like if you look at this right here, if you compare all those three tracks, no matter how ridiculous it is to see the 313 on the compact oval, well, if you compare all of those three tracks, I think that the fine tracks versus the uni tracks from Kato, well, the fine tracks from Tomix, they look better. And from what I saw, they have a lot more options. So, I mean, I guess whether you should get the Kato tracks or the Tomix track, if I was going to build a layout one shot, I'd probably get the Tomix. If you want to be able to disassemble this and put it back in the box and then reopen it to play with it, I would really go with the Tomix cartridge with the Kato ones. Now, one last thing, in terms of packaging, if I just bring you along for a ride here. Well, while I disassemble all of this, look at this mess. This is a whole bunch of stuff that was in the Kato box, the Tomix box. See, all of this was in this tiny box here. I like the fact that it takes less space, but seriously, now I have to, clean up that whole mess. And also, one last thing, well, it's not a critic per se about Tomix because, let's face it, they're not designed for the North American markets or the European markets. They're designed for Japanese market. But, I mean, even the Kato stuff, they had a bunch of stuff in English. Here, nothing. Everything is in Japanese. Now, again, I'm not really blaming Kato or anybody if they want to put it in Japanese. Like Tomix, in this case, their market is Japan. I understand that. But what I would have preferred is that if they would have put more than one language in this, it would have been more useful for people abroad. So, all of that said, let's just give you one last look at the 313 train set right here. For a starter set, I mean, it still looks good. Would I prefer this over the other train from Gagemaster / Kato? Well, yeah. For the rolling stock, this is a great train. But the tracks, in fact, it's not compatible with everything else that I own. Well, it's a. I mean, I don't think I made a bad decision by getting it. I think it's good, but if this is your first train set and this is what you want to get, I would stick with Kato. And if you plan on expanding. But in any case, I think it's still a pretty solid set. So on that very, very long video, geez, I just looked at the timer, I'm almost 1 hour. If you're still around, I mean, thank you for listening to this video, watching this video. And, well, we'll see you on the next video. Bye, everyone.